unless it expires before you get rescheduled. Did you receive an email to be here tonight? You can just email us if you. Okay, so our next meeting is not till March 7th. So.
Can he get an extension of his temporary? No.
They're only for 60 days, or until regular license is granted.
Chair,
Go ahead.
are you currently working? And where are you working?
JD's Pub and Grill.
Is that okay? Okay. All right. I'm also concerned about your record. I'm also concerned about your record of 2 WIs last year. That's concerning to me, very definitely. And you are now currently into rehabilitation. Is it? Did I understand that correctly? All right. And what did you say that you are currently doing?
An AODA program.
Okay.
But I'm already employed there doing other things in the.
Is that completed?
It's not completed.
I see.
When I'm completed, I'm going to contact you guys, and then you guys can.
All right. Thank you very much. I think that's a very wise decision.
Thank you. Just for reference on that, your temporary license expires the 17th. So under that purview, is this gentleman allowed to bartend if there's manager owner present? He just can't bartend on his own, correct?
Right, under the direct supervision of the agent or owner or another licensed bartender.
Okay.
Be a second person as long as someone with a license is there.
Yes.
Owner, agent, yes. Yeah. So please just give us a call when you finish your treatment plan.
And where should I become a contact information?
Rebecca?
Rebecca, right? Please contact
You can call 302 City.
All right, moving on. We have item 46, 2023-0036, new Class D operator bartender application for Brittany Reed, first appearance. Is Brittany here? Okay.
Motion to hold until next meeting.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Next item is 47, 2023-0061, new Class D operator bartender application for Tracy Beauchamp, first appearance. Is Tracy here?
Madam
Motion
Chair?
to hold.
Motion to hold. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Motion carries. Hold. And we have item 48, 2023-0106. I'll let you say this. Come up. Right here. Yep.
New Class D operator bartender application for Delane Applin, first appearance.
Okay. Is Miss Applin here? Okay. She's not here. Do we have a motion?
Motion to hold.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
did we handle item number 45, Teresa?
Did I skip one? I'm so sorry if I did. Oh, I certainly did. Okay, so item 45, 2023-0033, new Class D operator bartender, application for Teresa Rowe Weisler. Is Miss Weisler here? My apologies for overlooking you and making you wait longer. And we did. We're a little out of order this evening. So, Miss Rowe Weisler, we have asked for you to appear because there's some questions we have regarding your driving, your record in order to process your application for approval, we'd like to hear from you. What I see on your record right now is there are 2 OWIs.
Correct.
Okay, and do you have a valid driver's license at this time?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you offer the committee an explanation or some enlightenment on any efforts for rehabilitation, what you've had to go through in order to?
I do have a list of private meetings that I've been to.
Okay,
They ended May 18th.
okay, so you completed?
It was a women's group for AA, drugs, and everything like that.
Okay,
They were hour and a half long. The first one was just phone with, I don't know if she was actually a physician or if she was just a counselor. I'm not really sure what she was. And I do have the Intoxilock.
you have the Intoxilizer on your vehicle? Okay, all right, and
guess
how long
I
does
used-
that have to stay on your vehicle?
That's where the screw up came in. I was told to put it in last February, which means it should be coming out now. Technically, I didn't need to, but now it won't be coming out till the end of August.
Okay, so you
I've
have a little
had it-
ways to go still.
I've had it an extra roughly 6 months.
All right. And these OWIs, my concern, why I'm questioning this is the close proximity between the two. And having a bartender's license and being responsible for others and making good judgment is key to that privilege. And what can you tell me that you've learned from this?
Honestly,
Yes.
I don't want to go back to jail.
Okay.
That was enough to do it.
And do you feel you have the support going forward?
Well, yeah, there was just issues at home, and taking them to work and drinking was the wrong thing to do.
Okay. I thank you for your honesty and your forthcoming. Do any of the other committee members have any questions for Ms. Weisler? No? Okay. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Okay. Is there a second? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Good luck with everything.
Could you tell me how I exactly do that now? Because I've already applied.
Well, you'll be emailed your license tomorrow,
Okay, and then.
as long as you've paid, so.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Would I get the plastic one that I ordered also?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Did you want to make a copy of this for the records, or? Okay. Thank you.
Items to consider. And should we take item 34 first? Okay. All right, item 34, 2023-0042 Class B Tavern Seasonal Temporary Premise and Public Entertainment Extension Request for Joe Lynch, doing business as Lynch's, 2300 South 108th for outdoor dining with entertainment music from May 1st, 2023 to September 24th, 2023. Joe, thank you for coming. Thank you for your patience.
Not a problem.
All right, so we're gearing up for the season.
Yes, I understand that you want it between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
Correct.
I must have missed that on the application. I apologize about that.
Okay.
The only one I do not need it in May. I just put May down for setup.
Right.
All right. As for Labor Day, we have a miniature ladies golf outing on the 18th or the 23rd every year, which is roughly around 100 to 150 ladies. It's in the afternoon and everything. And that would be the only one that would surpass the Labor Day extension.
Okay.
So it'd be one event there. So,
All right, and do you have the date of that?
pardon me?
You have the date set?
I'm not positive if it's the 18th or the 23rd. Nobody's gotten back to me on that yet.
All right, can we include that in the 18th or 23rd? So either date, if you want to have that.
I
would
can
be
get back
okay.
to you once they notify me.
Well,
But
we can just add it
Okay.
if it's if everybody's in
it's
consensus
only an
here.
afternoon event anyhow. It's done by 5
Yeah.
o'clock.
I don't see any viable reason that we wouldn't, approve this. You've been a good patron in the community, and I have no issues whatsoever. Does any of the other council committee members have any questions? Rosie, this is your district.
Madam Clerk,
Go ahead, please.
congratulations, Mr. Lynch. You're the first to apply for this extension.
Oh, really? Thank you.
You win the prize.
Now, actually, was that on there between Memorial Day and Labor Day on the application?
To look, I don't know for sure.
I think
if it
that's
is,
why I
but-
made a mistake, because I don't recall seeing that.
Okay. So when is this going to start then? Memorial Day or
Well, no,
May
I
1st?
actually don't have to start until June. So, yeah, after Memorial Day, then, yeah, that'd be fine.
So to be clear for record, it would be like June 1st through,
Well, my first event is the 9th, but, yeah, it'd be the 1st through, if you give me an extension for the 18th or 23rd, then,
I think that
yeah,
that
all
is
right,
fine.
so.
All right.
I move to approve.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, chair votes aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alderperson Grisham,
Alderman Rote.
District 4.
District 4, I thought it
Yes.
was 5. So sorry.
We got new maps.
Yes, we do. I'm still working on the old map. Thank you for the correction. Oh, no, they're effective. They're immediate. All right, back to business. We're going to go to item 9, which was referred back to committee. And I will read this out as our 2023-0086 resolution to assign existing licensee matters to the Public Safety Committee, amending policy number 301. With all due respect, I'm going to put this over to Alderman Rote as he asked for this to be sent back.
Yes, thank you. My
ahead.
question is to whoever, Kale or anybody, it'd be item 3, parentheses C, and that's the new license issues. What spawned this to go back to, we've had it since I've been an alderman. Why is it now all of a sudden in, I don't even know what the new committee is, the Development Committee? Who made that decision?
I don't actually recall who made the decision. The request was, though, to put it as a new license application going to economic development, but everything else coming to public safety after a license has been issued. So what this does is it clarifies that existing licenses should not go to economic development. Disciplinary measures for existing licenses should come to public safety. That's the change here.
Right, but how did it get there? Someone had to say, hey, let's move this to the new committee. Someone, we have to always have sponsors on everything.
The council adopted it. I
Well, we
believe.
adopted it, but I think,
I don't know.
to be
who's-
quite honest, we weren't, at least I wasn't paying a lot of attention, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, they're all in development now.
I think Alderman Stefanski did. We had a presentation regarding it the meeting before, and then Alderman Stefanski said he would sponsor the ordinance based on the presentation that we gave at the committee.
And I did, but then it was confusing after we had read it, so that's why we kind of asked it to be changed to the way we're trying to change it now. Because when I was under the understanding of it, it was anything that was non-disciplinary was going to go to the other committee. Anything that was disciplinary was staying with us. And that wasn't the way it turned out, and so we had to make this change to it.
So would it be of the opinion of the committee to get it back? Can we get it back? Do we want it back?
Alderman Rote, if I may, one of the things that I did first and foremost as chair was reach out to Rebecca as to how this happened with the licenses, and advocated strongly because I felt that licenses that are heard for violations absolutely fall under public safety. But I can reasonably say when we had our committee of the whole and this was kind of fluid, it was brought up and it was confusing at the time when we did our vote, and then we kind of just left that in the hands of the powers that be and came back and found it to be the way it was. So I think in fairness that I could look at new licensing falling under economic development. But anything that would be, and that's why I think the compromise was made in that, and I believe it requires a compromise in some ways. I'm perfectly fine that we don't hear for the new business licensing. I think public safety really falls under all those other purviews. And the licenses that are available to the city really fall under the business and the development of the city. So that's kind of my stand on it. That's why I didn't feel the need to advocate for that particular licensing. And obviously we couldn't have a walking quorum in discussion, so this is, the place we need to have it. So I would still stand by that decision of what was on the consent agenda. I don't feel that I'd argue the fact that we need that responsibility back.
So this question would be for Kale. So an existing tavern that's not been operating for 2 years and comes before us, or comes before one of the committees, who gets it?
The Public Safety Committee, if this is adopted, would get that because you're dealing with an existing license. It's not a new license.
It's been gone for 2 years.
Is it a new license application?
This is just hypothetical. It'd be a bar that was in business and hasn't been operating for 2 years, and now they have a new owner, applicant, or whoever comes in. Who gets it?
If it's a brand new license like that, it goes to economic development.
Does anybody else have any input? Okay.
We want it back, right?
I don't want it back. I'm perfectly fine with the way it is.
We're gonna give, Rosalie, we're gonna get anything that's disciplinary. So if somebody comes with a new license. Yeah.
Everything else comes back to
would
us.
go to the economic, because it would be them approving the business to go into business. That's how we were having it work.
So disciplinary actions, the tavern reports, everything that we had been doing under the umbrella of license and health will still be our duties, with the exception of new licenses for businesses. So, if it was a renew, review, anything like that, disciplinary, otherwise it'll come back to public safety, because I felt honestly it did fall under public safety.
I see.
But new businesses fall under economic. You can kind of, it's half and half.
Is that what was indicated?
Yeah, but that's what ended up happening. So that's what we were voting on for the consent agenda this evening, and that's why it was called out for discussion. Because I think Alderman wrote one clarification more so than anything, and definitively like who made this decision, because at the time we had confusion on the vote.
There is confusion.
Right, but I want to make sure before we move forward we need to have clarity moving forward.
Right.
Because where will we go with this, Attorney Decker, if, we say, we're fine, can we bring it back to the floor for vote? Is that where we're going next with this?
This item's been referred, so if the committee adopts this, it would be going back to the council for a vote at the end, and reported out from this committee report.
So if there is interest after the discussion of amending this, I need someone to make that motion, and or if we want to adopt it as it is. So if I'm going to give courtesy to the committee, does anybody else have any input? Alderman Rowe, go ahead.
Kale, the Economic Committee issued a new license, and 6 months later they're having a infraction of some sort. Who gets it then? Who gets the disciplinary?
Public safety.
We do. That's why I almost think it makes sense to do both ends of the deal. Issue that's just my opinion.
And as I said, I'm okay with it the way this is currently to go to vote. So
Just want to ask a question.
go ahead, Alderman Turner.
If economic development is doing the initial or the new license, wouldn't they have most of the new information on that business? And that would be a little bit easier for them to make a decision because of that.
Madam Chair, I believe that was the original thought, to make this easier for businesses. Likely they're already going to be before the Economic Development Committee for some type of planning permit or some type of variance or whatever other thing they might need to open their business. So this was kind of a change to help package that and make it easier for the applicants to do things all at one time. I mean, if we were considering the license and then they also had some planning permit, likely they'd be scheduled at this, they could have to be in two places at one time, or we could not be doing them. They might have to wait a month, between, and we wouldn't necessarily coordinate it, so it would be more difficult, presumably for the businesses.
And Rebecca, that is exactly how it was buttoned up to us before. That's my understanding. So I think where that confusion came in is all of a sudden when the new committee structure came out, it wasn't just that. It was all the licensing duties besides bartending was, going to economic development. So that was the imbalance there. So thank you for correcting, or at least bringing clarification, because that was a key component why we restructured in the first place.
And the way that this is written, it still is all the business licenses, the new ones. So even
Right.
if it's a pawnbroker.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's fine. But as far as anything that like I said, fell under public safety related would come back to public safety. So, Alderwoman Reinke, did you have a question?
I'm still somewhat confused, actually. Since when have bars been under economic development? That to me doesn't.
It's for
Doesn't-
it's for the business. So somebody comes in as a new bar owner, okay?
Right.
They're going to come in and they're going to ask for a license with their planning plan that they have to get a license to start the bar. As long as that's picked up by economic development, that is packaged with all of their other licensing they need for the business. If an infraction happens, say 6 months, like Alderman Roach just said, comes down the road and they say they violated something, then it comes to our committee as a disciplinary action. So they're going to get the chance to be a business owner to begin with, and they're going to get that whole package with their license for the business, their license, planning, all the approvals and all that stuff through the bundle package that Rebecca's talking about.
Okay.
And then we would get it if they had a violation.
All right, so we are only, it's indicated that we are only there for disciplinary
Because it's
actions.
public safety.
I see.
So that's what it would be for.
Okay, Kale, can you clarify that?
That is accurate. In addition, you would also get all the renewal applications for existing businesses.
Renewal.
Renewals.
And any changes too. So if there's a change of agent or a change of their premise description or a change of their hours, that kind of thing. All, yes, like you just had.
We still get the extensions? I see.
Thank you, Alderwoman Reinke. And just to kind of reiterate that, we'll have everything that we had before, all those duties and responsibilities, with the exception of the new licenses.
Okay.
Okay, are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So at this time, I'd like to have a motion.
Motion to approve.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
All right. Alderman Turner seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay, 4 in favor, 1 opposed. All right, I think we took care of business. Do we have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Do we have one more?
Oh, wait.
Okay, what do we have left? I'm sorry. Am I missing something? I'm sorry?
That was part of the public hearing, right?
Oh, that would have been, yeah, that would have been,
I just want business on 98 and Schlinger, and they're saying that we can't park.
Okay, that would be a matter for Public Works, I believe, so this is public safety right now, so we're going to adjourn this, and then Public Works will be coming up, okay? All right, so do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, there's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Green light's not on. I guess Kale's handling them right now, looks like. Okay. We will start out with item 38, Resolution 2023-0047, resolution to confirm and adopt the report of the interim city engineer containing the schedule of proposed assessments for improvements of various streets by concrete reconstruction.
Motion to approve?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item 39, Resolution 2023-0048, final resolution authorizing public improvement for various streets by concrete reconstruction and levying special assessments against benefited properties.
Motion to approve?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 40, I know Alderman Weigel wanted to be in on this discussion. Do we know, I know we've all been sitting up here, are they running behind or?
I believe they're holding an item for us as well. So I guess it would be a matter of
This makes
where
sense
are
to
they
have two
at
different
compared to where
rooms.
we're at. Yeah.
Maybe recess and then go down there and then everyone can.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
fine. I make a motion to recess.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We're in recess.
Thank you.
My favorite subject.